Hey Fred, I can see that you're discovering your joint box or your pain cave. Are you discovering any angles or corners where your shoulder or your hips feel particularly tight? What Bob is demonstrating for us today is how to explore the black box that is one of our major joints. For example, our shoulder here. You can see that, Bob, do you mind? That our shoulder here has a ball inside of a socket. And there's a little bit of a cup, and if we were to zoom in here, you might see that the cup or the bowl that this ball is sitting in is not perfectly smooth on the rim. And what that means is as you try to work that joint through a full range of motion, you're going to find a corner where it just doesn't move as smoothly as just in front of it or just behind it. And so we find these little angles or corners that are impeding our range of motion and can contribute to pain or dysfunction or loss of range of motion. The other way that I like to think about ball and socket joints like our shoulder or hip is it's not a perfect bowl with a smooth rim. So pretend this is your shoulder socket or your hip socket and this is your humerus or your femur. Wouldn't it be nice to glide all the way around that rim capsule with a full range of motion? But in reality, due to the shape of the bone and due to arthritis or muscle knots or stiff tendons, the socket ends up being a bit of like a scalloped bowl where it'll be a little bit tight and really smooth, little bit tight and really smooth. So as you're moving around your shoulder, see if you can find where there's ridges and notches. And then what I want you to think about is as you move your arm around the range of motion, can we gently glide over this as if we're trying to sand it down and slowly make it more and more like the smooth bowl. Fred has graciously allowed us to temporarily amputate his right thigh here so that we can get a better look at his rim capsule. So you can see there's this nice big cup, and the rim itself is not perfectly circular or level like you would see with a brand new cereal bowl. And the reason why this is important is in addition to the bone, there are ligaments and tendons and muscles that will restrict the joint capsule. You can see here that there's this big, thick ligament covering the whole joint. It in itself can get tight and full of knots and things that can restrict movement. So in addition to the bone, we're going to get ridges and angles and corners due to the muscles, tendons, and ligaments around the joint. What Fred is doing for us right now is he's trying to explore by moving that shoulder through a range of motion where his angles are. Now, what I want you to picture in your mind today is if you were to suddenly wake up and you were in an egg a little bit bigger than your own body, kind of like what we see in this picture here. Now, it's very dark and you can't see inside of this little egg that you find yourself in. And if you were to stand up suddenly, you might find one of these angles or corners. It might feel like a spike if you were to stand up suddenly and touch into it. Whereas instead is if we are slowly moving around in this joint cave, pain cave, joint box, whatever you want to call it, we can feel around and find where those angles are. Once we know where those angles are, then we can gently avoid them and move around them. But wouldn't it be nice if they weren't there in the first place? And so if we do a joint scour, a concept that I've borrowed from Stuart Mcgill, who is probably the leading researcher on back pain, we do a joint scour. What this does is it allows us to explore the rim of the capsule as well as kind of shave off the tips of these spikes that are around our joint. So as Fred here is moving through a range of motion, we can find where it's a little bit stuck, and instead we just kind of go back and forth where that angle is. See, he just gained a whole bunch of range of motion from his hip just by working on his shoulder. Everything is connected. So by moving back and forth very gently with a calm face, not with a tense face, we can shave off those spikes and eventually smooth them out so that as we are doing our normal activities, they won't cause as much pain, and we'll have extra reach or range of motion. So we can do this by ourselves. For example, going into goalpost position here and trying to kind of reach up and back as much as possible and making kind of a circle, keeping our forearms straight up in the air. We'll find out where it's just a little bit tight, and then we just work through that tight angle there. Everybody's joints are going to be a little bit different, and so we're going to want to explore, the angle of the humerus, the angle of the forearm, and just kind of play around and find where your angles are, with your arm in front of you, with your arm off to the side, with your arm even behind you, with your forearm down, with your forearm up, with your forearm level. There's lots of ways we can do this. One of my favorite positions for overall back and shoulder health is lying down along a foam roller or even a very thick rolled up towel along your whole spine. What this does is it allows the shoulder blades to fall in an open position, as most of us spend way too much time with shoulders rounded. And by letting the shoulder blades fall back, we can open up the front of the chest and relieve a lot of tension on the upper back and neck. So you see, Fred, what I'm trying to do is gently squeeze my belly muscles so that my lower back is pressing into the foam roller here so that each of my spine bones are supported. From here, I can let my arms fall open, letting the upper chest kind of relax because it tends to be so tight since we spend so much time in computer pose. This gives our whole back, especially our upper back, shoulder blades, and neck, a chance to reset. From here, if I go into goalpost position, you can see that this is my shoulder in a passive position. I'm not really trying to activate any muscles, and this is as far as my tissues want me to open up. But from here, by just gently kind of pressing my arm up and pulling my elbow to my hip, really making sure to let my shoulder blade stay far from my ear, trying to keep my shoulder down or towards my hip. This is another way to explore your joint capsule or joint rim. Finding those angles, finding where it's just a little bit more tight, and gently polishing off those angles. Additionally, the hip is another ball in socket joint. And it too has a rim. And same concept, by moving this hip through a range of motion, you can see that we've just flipped Fred's lid by learning so much about his body that he never knew about before. So again, we do a scour, exploring the rim of the capsule, finding out where there's little ridges or dips, and slowly buffing them away.